Just popping out to the shop during this lockdown. Run out of coffee. Run out of butter as well. Kathy wants to do some baking. She wants to bake a pie. We've got no butter. She's been doing so much baking lately, we've run out. So I got the dogs with me. Here's Benji. He's sitting in the front today because he thinks he's smart. Crystal's with me, sitting on my knee there. She sticks her head out the window. Look at you. See her in the camera. See her in the mirror. You got your window open too, Benji. Yeah. There you go. How's that? Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I know it seems silly just going out to buy butter and coffee, and I think I'll get some milk as well. But really, it's starting to get to the stage where you need every excuse you can find just to get out of the house. Oh, cabin fever sets in. There's only so much social media you can do. Anyway, we'll get a bit of footage. There's still a few people out and about, as you can see. Cars on the road. Quite a few cars parked. All these cars parked on the side of the road are, some of them live in the houses across here, but some of them will be on the beach. There's lots of beach access ways through the dunes there. That car's always there. We often just go down here to the beach. The dogs will be pissed off at me because I'm not going to let them out, but we're just going to have a look. See how much, or how many cars are here, or how many people are here. This is a very popular spot usually. Because it's a car park. One car. That's unusual. Well, not unusual in these times, I suppose. Now over there, we'll go over there, have a look. Go against the flow. At this end of the car park is where freedom camping is allowed. But I think it was 2 or 3 days ago the council announced that they were closing all freedom camping areas other than 3 in the entire city. So all the people have been moved on to these 3 sort of semi-permanent camping areas where they can be monitored, I presume, or unless it's just less work for the council to do to make sure where they are, or I don't know. I suppose it's just a measure of stopping people from travelling, moving around too much. The other reason I like this place is because this is officially a boat ramp, believe it or not, but it's mostly used by people who want to drive their cars on the beach, which you're not allowed to do. But there's a lot of people here. Yeah, we'll just turn around and carry on our merry way, I think. Good thing about the old Rangy, she doesn't mind driving in the sand. Even got the low profile tyres on her now, and she still likes it. See, the good thing about the low profile tyres is they work quite well in the sand. Now with big tyres you have to reduce the pressures a lot to get a bigger footprint in the sand and therefore more traction. These low profile tyres are the same, but because they're 20-inch rims anyway and they're a wider tyre, you get the benefit of the bigger footprint without having to lower the pressures too much. And I've got 28 psi in the front and 30 in the back, which is fine, and it's good for comfort on the road, because this old girl's got coil springs rather than air suspension, so she can be a bit bumpy on the road, but at those tyre pressures she's good, and they work well on the sand as well. I mean, they're not perfect. If I got stuck, I'd certainly lower the pressures right down get out, but I find it's pretty good. This area is called Papamoa East. There's lots of, there was, before lockdown, there lots of building and construction going on down here. Thousands, literally thousands of new houses. Not just here obviously, but further down this road and over to my right, you've got some huge big new subdivisions. We've just gone past the Palm Springs turn off, and then just up here is one called Golden Sands, and it's massive, by Papamoa standards anyway. Because there's so many people living down the centre town now, and there's really no infrastructure, and it was starting to become a problem. So just recently they've built this little complex in here. It's not huge, but there's a bar upstairs, another bar downstairs, restaurants, movie cinema. There was a little Foursquare supermarket in there, but it's been pulled down, and they're building something else there. Can't see what it was. The new Foursquare is here. It's about 3 times the size of the old one. The movie theatre there is nice. I think it's got 3 cinemas in it. Pretty good. We've got doctors, chemists. Anyway, school over there. Oh, park here, doggies. Actually 2 people in the queue, but one lady's just come out, and so I'll join the queue and there'll be 2 of us again. Lines on the floor where people have to stand 2 metres apart. Seagulls don't count. Limit of 4 people, not 4, 15 people at a time in here. Oh, no, we need milk. April. Need these because Nigel needs special, like we call it, disposal service for his nappies, because he's an adult, and adult size nappies are significantly more dangerous, unhygienic than babies' ones. So they were getting picked up every week by a collection service, but that stopped last week. And when I rang up to find out why, our service had been suspended because we were deemed to be a non-urgent service, but they were wrong. Anyway, apparently the service has been reinstated, but they still haven't come. So I don't want to use the council rubbish bags that we have to pay for over and above the cost of the bag. Go back down here again. So I'm just getting some polythene bags we can use in the meantime. No cheese, or very little. Butter. Bloody hell, shit. I'm sorry, but I'm not paying that for butter. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'll go to another supermarket. Just thought I'd show you some outside shots. I don't know what the wind noise is going to be like. Still some houses for sale, but I don't think they'll be selling much these days. We've got a friend who's a real estate agent, and she predicted, prior to the COVID-19 thing, she predicted that house sales, or the housing market, would crash after Easter anyway. Yeah, but what's the word? Prophetic, because she was right, but I don't think she thought she would be that it would be caused by a worldwide pandemic, but she was correct in saying that the housing market is teetering away, but while there's still a number of houses for sale, the market seems to be drying up, or the buyers seem to be drying up a wee bit. According to her, our prices are remaining static, and that after Easter we've got an election coming up in September, which is only, what, 6 months away, if that. April, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months away. People just aren't going to commit to large expenditure. Prior to this COVID-19, there was a bit of worry about inflation, interest rates, and that going up because this Labor government we have has loves spending other people's money, and as a result, the country is now in quite a large deficit. Whereas 3 years ago, when they came to power, where we had a massive government surplus, now we've got this COVID-19 thing to deal with. They've borrowed billions, like billions and billions and billions of dollars they've borrowed. A lot of it from the New Zealand Superannuation Fund, which pisses me off because I'm only 3 years away from applying for my superannuation, and by the time I get there, it's probably all going to be gone. That annoys me. Anyway, so massive government borrowing now on top of a weak economy anyway is just going to make things 100% worse. Well, this supermarket's got a queue of a few people. Go and check out the other one. It'll have a queue as well, but at least it's in the sun. These bigger supermarkets, the queues tend to move more quickly because the store is so much bigger. They can have more people in there at once. That other little one I was in a minute ago was only allowing 15 people at a time. It said on the door, but in actual fact inside the store there was only 5, including me. That was a bit annoying. Plus they wanted to charge $7.50 for a pound of butter, for Christ's sake. I mean, I know stuff's expensive, but butter's normally around between $5 and $5.50, which is horrendous considering that we make the bloody stuff in this country, but I'm not paying $7.50 for it. Since I've come here for butter, I might as well get some other essentials. That one. The girls have asked for this one. And of course we need coffee. You always need bloody coffee. Coffee of the right persuasion, mind you. Actually, I quite like these organic ones. On there. You get 20 in there for $10. The queue's longer to get out than it was to get in.